All right, chosen one. So I'm back now, man. I done got my stuff from the store. I'm moving around back to the spot. You know, I got to go back now. But yeah, I just wanted to come back out again and pick up where we left off about me. You know, feeling like what I really want to do right about now is just go roll. Like, I know my channel was starting to grow a little bit and stuff like that, and I feel like I still need to be here for others who's still in the struggle and stuff like that. But then I'm still in my struggle, you know what I mean? Y'all know what's going on with me. And another thing that's hard for me right now is still the fact that the truth has still not came out yet about the things that I've been praying about. And I already know, like I done told y'all before, they watching my house, across the street from my house, under the circus tent. They got all different kind of cars going back and forth over there that I don't recognize. This is another clear indication, you know, that you're being monitored. This is the police state, you know, chosen one. But like I said, I don't even want to be connected to none of this no more, because it's a false reality, you know. It really is. And it's like the people have given themselves over to this, and knowing what I know and seeing what I see now with the AI and how everything that we are doing on these devices, everything we're saying, it's all being computed as data, you know, in these data collection centers and stored in databases, everything about us, you know. And it's went way overboard too far. And it's just, you know, it makes me think, because actually in the video I was watching with the girl Kay last night, when I was following along in the Apocrypha, some of the things she had brought out also, like about the book of Genesis, you know, in the beginning, she had said, like, basically everything that happened in the beginning is happening all over again now here in the end. The same deception, the same way that the serpent deceived Eve in the Garden of Eden, telling her that she would surely not die if she ate of the forbidden fruit. Then when you look at the back of these smartphones, like on the other video I was watching with the guy, Ralph Smart, where he was talking about the iPhone with the apple on the back of it, the bite out of the apple. Basically all these devices are the forbidden fruit of knowledge, the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And the devil has deceived us all, or not us, not the chosen ones, because we knew that this was what they was going to use it for. We knew that this is what the devil was using all this for. We saw through the Matrix a long time ago, like I told y'all, ever since back, like when Julian Assange with the WikiLeaks and Edward Snowden blew the whistle on, like, the NSA and all of that. I knew since way back then. That's the reason why I tried to utilize my music to try to reach people. But then, you know what they did to us, though, chosen one. You know you know what they do to all of us. They tried to discredit us when they saw us stumble when we didn't have no support. And then they slandered us and all of that to try to ruin our reputation. So then, you know, all of this was by design, though, to try to reduce our impact or our influence on others, to show them what we knew. They took note of us because they've been watching us ever since we was little. They knew our spirit. They knew who we were. They knew what we were capable of becoming. And they didn't want us to never reach our full potential. That's why many of us spent a long time in this matrix asleep. It wasn't until we reawakened that we remembered who we were. And then we understood what was going on, because we didn't even know what was going on behind our backs. We didn't know the reason why people were scrunching their faces at us, why they was mistreating us and stuff like that. We didn't really know what was going on. Now we know. Now that we have awakened. But you see, I didn't even really awaken to all of this, chosen one, till like 2024, man. You know, May of 2024, that's when I really saw everything. I had already knew that everything that went down in 2019 with the C-19 and all of that. You know, I knew that was all them pulling the trigger on the first steps to march towards the NWO, the police state and all of that. But you see, I was dealing with a lot at the time. You know, I mean, I think I told y'all all about what happened with my business and my income, and then weaponizing the Babylon system against me with the codes enforcement officers sending the business license officers to my house. I mean, to me on my job and everything like that, to terrorize me on my job. This was after the whole jab C-19 thing had already went down. Like, we had already saw, like, after it all went down, and I knew what was going on. Like, I knew what was going on. I was actually in shock, because I was like, okay, I see they really pulled the trigger on it now. You know what I mean? Like, I see that what they're doing is trying to introduce a genocide weapon onto the masses and all of that. And I even told members of my family, people in my family, other people, they was going to make it mandatory. Some people said they weren't in my family, because I knew what they was doing with it. The chosen ones, we knew it was poison, man. We wasn't about to take none of that. And then later on, come to find out, you know, the mRNA technology and all of that they used, the nanotechnology and the CRISPR and all of that, went into like editing your DNA, changing people from the actual God creation to the man creation, to merge them with the technology. This is the reason why now everything is just making more sense about why they put graphene in it, because it's like a metal that can, and like they've been spraying the atmosphere with aluminum and stuff like that to spray rain down on us, to put it in our body, to get it into water, to get it all in our body. All of these things can be manipulated by this technology and everything, because it's metal. It's conductors of electricity. So, you know, this is what I knew, you know. But I was going through a lot, like I said, at the time, you know. And, yeah, I just had a whole lot going on, man. And I couldn't really, like, break out of the sleep that I was in. Like, I was like, like I said, and I done told y'all my story before, you know what I mean, man? Where it was just a time where I was just like, hold up, I'm gonna cut the video because I'm approaching a location and there's people around.